G'day gamers! Excuse me, Ranger Tony here. After a minor false start where I started the stream and realised that I didn't have the game running, we're back. Now, my last stream was one of my Band of Rogues playthrough as, well, that ended up being a solo rogue playthrough. Yeah, just got sick and tired of the jank trying to play a rogue. I mean, the jank is still going to be there, and I'm this close to actually doing just a normal playthrough where I have my main character as a rogue, and then I have, for example, Will, Gale, Karlak as my party, right? I have thought about that. Very tempting to do. I might muck around with it a little bit offline and see if I like it, because that way. So if you haven't seen the other streams, the problem I was having with the stream, with the game, was that when my entire party of rogues was in stealth, it was only those characters who failed their stealth check and were discovered who would end up being in combat when we actually started combat from stealth. And I have started playthroughs before where there's been more than just that, where I've been the only one stealthy and everybody else has been in stealth, but they're no good at it, and so they all or mostly get discovered when combat starts. So I think I could play with that, because I do very much enjoy the rogue stealth, and the assassin is just like those abilities to get advantage on attacks to anyone who's lower than you in the initiative order and all that sort of stuff is just really good for an assassin. It's just like you slay as an assassin in this game. And I was really looking forward to playing with an entire party of them. But that's just not going to happen until I can either build a mod which brings everybody into combat. And I've looked into that this morning. I've looked into that before the stream. I've looked at if there's any existing mods that do it, and there aren't. I've looked at, is there a console command, for example, that allows me to quickly and easily bring my characters into combat? No. And for those characters that are outside of combat, I can bring them in, but I've got to switch to them when they're outside of combat, and then I've got to make them do an attack, and hope that they actually join the same combat timeline, because I have had a bug with that at one point as well. So there is that. Yeah, I really wanted to do that. That sounded like a lot of fun. Maybe I have to just wait and go back and play something like Solstice Crown of the Magister and do that as an entire rogue playthrough. The problem I have with Solstice is that they never had the official licensing to use the 5th edition D&D rules, so they were only really allowed to use the core rules, which have been released as, you know, DRM free, open source, whatever you want to call them. And so any of the subtypes they made up themselves, and it doesn't really matter what class. I was never really happy with any of the subtypes. I don't know why, they just all seemed a little bit off to me. But I should go back and have a look at that game and maybe consider playing a bit of that. But anyway, we're back here with our full party of paladins, and we're going to continue on. I really don't... Yeah, I feel we probably do need to do a full rest here. We've only got one short rest to go, although I don't have any spell slots left, so Yeah, we'll do a full rest and then we'll continue on. I know where we are. We are basically just before the bridge that leads into the goblin town or fortress or whatever you want to call it. So, is there anybody here that requires my attention? It doesn't look like it. So let's do our long rest. Oh, no, there is somebody who needs my attention. Who is it? No? No, there wasn't. Well, I just said long rest. Why can't you just start the long rest?
Well, flitting between dreams and nightmares. Maybe you wake up because you know something is wrong. Or maybe you just get lucky.
Boom. What are you doing?
Shit. No, it's not what it looks like. I swear.
It is.
I wasn't going to hurt you. I just needed, well, blood.
There in the dim firelight, you see him for what he really is. A vampire, a slave to sanguine hunger.
I can't believe I didn't see it. Let's do
It's not
that.
what you think. I'm not some monster.
Really?
I feed on animals. Boars, deer, kobolds, whatever I can get. I'm just too slow right now. Too weak. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer. Fight.
A strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
What's this? What's happening?
Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten. His mind opens up, revealing cracked and quivering memories. At their heart, you see dark eyes commanding you to feed. You open your mouth and bite down, not into a tender neck, but into the twisting body of a rat, the only thing your master lets you eat.
Okay.
Yes. But I do trust you. And you can trust me.
You tried to bite me. How can I trust you?
Because we don't have a choice. Not if we're going to save ourselves from these worms. I need you alive. You need me. Please. Only be a taste. I swear.
No.
No, of course. I'll go and find something on... See you in the morning.
You touch that dog, and I will kill you. I am very tempted to say leave and never return. I am going to
Toss
say
me
it.
aside over this. Fine. See how far.
Okay. That's interesting.
So, the Pale One is gone.
He wasn't the worst company, bloodlust aside.
Need I remind you that he tried to open one of our necks like a Therian Red?
I did not bring this danger into our camp. Perhaps whoever did should be more careful in future.
We needed allies.
A risk that nearly cost you your...
It doesn't matter. Astari...
All right. Let's get out of here and get back to it, shall we? We're off to rescue Halsin. And we have to go over this to do it. Which is perfectly fine. What was over there? I don't recall, and I don't feel like it was anything necessary. I mean, we jumped across to get over the other side, but... so we've got a barricade. We can attack the barricades. I don't know that it's worth it.
At my feet.
Oh, that's right.
Hear my voice. Obey my command.
The voice is irresistible. You recognize the overwhelming authority that you've used on others, only infinitely stronger. Your vision clouds, leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape. Nothingness in every direction. Then there are 3 figures before you. An armored male elf exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
These are my chosen. They speak for me. Aid their search for the weapon. And you will be worthy to stand beside them. In my presence.
The visions fade and the voice falters as a strange energy swells around you. The many-sided artifact. Somehow you understand it's repelling the presence.
My power grows. My forces gather. The reckoning draws near.
Examine the artifact.
Whatever power the artifact possesses, it shows no sign of it now.
That was interesting because Shadowheart wasn't in my group. So in the middle of all of that, the little cutscene where you see the 3 shadowy figures and it describes the armored elf, the male, and the shadowy female. When I did this playthrough, when I did my rogue playthrough yesterday, that was swapped. I'm positive that the shadowy male, the armored elf was always in the middle, like it was this time, but today the male was on the right-hand side and the female was on the left, but I'm positive yesterday it was reversed. And I don't... That's bizarre. I don't understand why it would be like that. Look at that. There's Volo in the middle of all of this.
Sounds like they've captured themselves a bard.
Laugh if you dare.
Why don't we all... Excuse me, all get level ups there. Class feature, we get more lay on hands and new feat. Ooh, new feat is available. Prepared spells. We're not going to change any of that. Feats. What are we going to do? So, ability improvement. I mean, it would be nice to have more strength. And I could bump strength to 18 and I could bump charisma to 16. So that's definitely, like, definitely a possibility there. +5 to initiative and not being able to be surprised would be very nice. But you gain charger, weapon attack, and charger shove. No. Dungeon Delve. I don't want dual wielder because I'm using heavy weapons, two-handed weapons. Dungeon Delver, advantage on. We're going to just basically see if there's anything that's going to help my crits, to be honest. Durable, Constitution increases by 1. You regain full hit points each time you take a short rest. Man, that is powerful because not only regaining full hit points every time you take a short rest, but with my Constitution at 13, that would make it make it 14, which will give me a bonus. So I'll gain a bunch of health with that. That would be really nice. Oh, it's not retroactive. Oh, it probably is retroactive, but yeah, I go from 57 to 61, so an increase, yeah, level 4, so an increase of 4 hit points. That would be really nice. Great Weapon Master. When you land a critical hit or kill a target with a melee weapon attack, you can make another melee weapon attack as a bonus action that turn. Attacks with melee weapons you're proficient with and are wielding in both hands can deal an additional 10 damage at the cost of a -5 attack roll penalty. You can toggle this on or off. I mean, just getting the ability to do a bonus attack, you know, a bonus action attack, is really powerful from Great Weapon Master. So at the moment, that is the current one that I would be taking. I already have heavy armor proficiency. Strength increases by 1. That would be nice. Incoming damage from non-magical attacks also decreases by 3 while you're wearing heavy armor. That is super powerful for a tanky character like this as well. But it doesn't really help with my whole crit thing. So let's see if there's anything crit first. Great Weapon Master, I think, is definitely later on at like level 8. We might consider taking Heavy Armor Master. Lightly Armored, no. Lucky. You gain 3 luck points, which you can use to gain advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. Nice, but yeah. Advantage on saving. When a creature is casting a spell within melee range of you, you have advantage on any saving throws, and you can use a reaction to immediately make an attack. So you basically get an attack of opportunity. And any enemies that you hit have disadvantage on concentration save throws. Okay. You learn 2 maneuvers from the Battle Master subclass, and you gain a superiority die to fuel them. You regain on short or... I mean... yeah, none of those are really anything that I want. Movement speed, no. We don't want moderately armored. We don't want performer. Polearm Master. When attacking with a glaive, halberd, quarterstaff, or spear, you can use a bonus action to attack with the butt of the weapon. You can also make an opportunity attack when a target comes within range. Alright. I'm not using those weapons, but I could, because I am mastering in two-handed weapons. You increase ability by 1 and gain proficiency in that ability saving throw. That's a good alternative to the 2 ability points if you only really want to improve one skill. Because you can put both points into one skill as well. That's also possible. Savage Attacker. When making melee weapon attacks, you roll your damage dice twice. Oh my god. That for any orc is just really, really, really good. Oh, yes. Sentinel. When I'm within melee range, when an enemy within melee range attacks an ally, you can use a reaction to make a weapon attack against that enemy. Target ally must have the Sentinel feat. Oh, must not have the Sentinel feat. All right. And then you also get advantage on opportunity attacks. Sharpshooter, Shield Master, Skilled, Spell Sniper, Tavern Brawler, Tough, Warcaster, Weapon Master. Gain proficiency with 4 weapons of your choice, and your strength or dexterity increases by 1 to a maximum of 20. No. Alright, Savage Attacker or Great Weapon Master. When you land a critical or kill with a melee weapon, You make another melee weapon attack. I think, at least for my main character, I'm going with Savage Attacker. I think there's nothing here that's going to make my crits better. There might be one later on that you can get at higher levels, but there's nothing here that helps with crits. But that will help with damage. And I don't know if that's going to mean that, like, if I do a crit, it'll roll twice for the crit damage and pick the highest. I don't know. And I don't know if that second roll also uses the rule that says re-rolls any 1s or 2s. We will see. But yeah, I think Savage Attacker is definitely what I want for my main character. Possibly, who else was leveled up? Okay, he's got the two-handed maul by the looks of it. Relentless endurance, savage attacks, great weapon fighting. Okay. I'm not going to change any of his spells. I think we'll give him Great Weapon Master. I don't know why the other two haven't leveled.
Will tease you and throat you when redded. His name is Draw Raxlin, his voice absolute. His troops will disarm you and roar you the truth. Laugh if you dare, recoil if you must.
Oh, a stranger in a
Got
camp.
wings. Here follow.
Reckon it can fly?
Far and wide for great glory. With fragulous crown and with scepter abraid, Draw Raxlin, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblet kind had reduced them to cowering filth. So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Raxlin, the true soul, had led you glad.
Bravo.
Who's that? Friend of yours? You up to something?
Oh, certainly not. What are you doing? I'm busy here.
You lying.
To you? Never. Come, let's continue our ballad. Draw Raxlin, Draw Raxlin, I am Draw Raxlin, Tumptuous, Draw Raxlin,
You broke him.
Wait, wait. Draw Raxlin, we pray, we...
Come on, pigeon. Back to your cage.
Now, look what you've done.
Come on.
Of course, ma'am.
My name's Gribbo, idiot.
Right, yes. Not for me.
Owlbear cub there.
Out of my way.
Got wings. Reckon it can fly?
No, too fat.
I hate this situation. It's like,
You going on the next raid?
what the hell am I supposed to be doing?
Oi! Ain't no party in here. We're doing the Absolute's work. State your business. Now.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
This is probably ill-advised, but I'm going to attack.
Blood follows me everywhere.
Critical miss? Gee, we've started well today, haven't we? Ouch. What do I have you set with? Sword and shield. Alright. Yeah, let's... And then move you
Breathe
forward.
deep, then move.
You gotta love it when games just can't decide what the hell they're doing. Not enough movement.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Where the hell did those four just come from? Thanks, Shaka. Someone got a level up out of that. That's nice.
Come on, can't stay idle. Another step forward.
Yeah, let's switch to the bow for them. Oh, that's the hand crossbow. Yes. And they just used it. I just used it in my offhand. Very interesting. Oh no, I didn't. Interesting. It did not indicate that that jump was actually going to cause me attack of opportunity. Anyway. Go.
I won't give in. Have them ready.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Can't even catch my breath.
Nothing will stand in my way.
What? Oh, I failed to notice you regain another 9 hit points next turn. That's really good. That's even better than I thought it was. Right, let's get rid of this guy. There we go. There's another one over there, so let's start threatening him.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Can you... Yeah, like I really wanted to do a range attack that just shot the damn banister and nothing else.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
There we go, that's better.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
All right. I suppose I don't really want it all. It's all just junk.
On my way. No traps, please. Curious. I'm way too big.
All right. Where are we?
I'll feel that one later.
And level these guys up.
it.
So you're a dueling. All right. Don't want to change your spells. Feats. Tempting to go ability improvements, as I said, but I might take Heavy Armor Master for you, which gives me the strength bonus and gives me protect 3 points less damage per attack, per normal attack. That is really good. And you are also using dueling. Savage Attacker is just so... Shield Master. You gain a +2 to dexterity save throws while wielding a shield. If a spell forces you to make a dexterity save throw, you can use a reaction to shield yourself and diminish the effective damage on a fail save. You're going to take half damage. I'm almost tempted to take that just... It's not great, but on the other hand, I can be testing out some of these. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. What now?
All right, I think we're doing good. Probably should do a full save. We're in the Shattered Sanctum. It's going to have to say that anyway, so I don't need to write that down. I guess that's good. Yeah, let's be sensible about this. Actually, what I don't have any special gear on me. Not worth it. Sanctuary, no, I don't really want that. Divine Smite, not ready to use that yet. Thunderous Smite, no. Turn the Unholy, no. Command. Everyone says this is a good feature. Command them to halt, to grovel, to flee, to drop their weapon, to approach.
What now? Best be on my way. Still breathing, despite everything. Very well.
Have to keep going.
What can I do from here? Not much. I don't have all of my companions' helmets yet. Scrap potion. I don't want any of this. that, or those, or this, or that, or those, that, or that. I'll keep that. Keep that. I don't need any of this. I don't need that. I'll keep that. Okay. Grease bottle. Yeah. Okay. So let's just, oh, I can't send that to camp right now. Fine. What happens if I throw this? What sort of range do I have?
That should work. Another step forward.
Still on my feet. Can't slow down.
I don't want to reach that destination. I want to shoot him. Damn it.
Sometimes the only way out is through. On my way.
Gods take you first.
Anything I can do with the items? None of my companions really need any decent healing or anything. I don't think I can, like, throw anything. Believe it. Okay, I got poisoned there. I've realised there's something I should be doing. So on my next character's turn, everybody. Try. Come on.
I'll strike you down.
God damn it.
No choice but to keep going. What do I have to lose?
What do I have to do to knock that damn thing down? Oh, maybe I've got to shoot that.
Never a dull moment.
Not enough movement, because I don't have the range with this damn thing. Alright. Well, I've got to move closer anyway.
Light on my
Come
feet.
over here. Is that any better? I doubt it will be. No. Alrighty, let's do this. Searing Smite. Oh, hang on. No. Let's have a quick examine first. No resistances. Wonderful. +1 bonus to save throws, though. Advantage on death save throws. Well, I'm not going to be using a death save throw. Which one's going to be better? Thunderous Smite. Thunderous Smite. God damn it, I missed. I did have disadvantage, didn't I? Yeah. Thing that I was trying to do to them, they ended up doing to me. Alright.
Time to push my luck again.
Almost
Time
doesn't
to
matter
press ahead.
now, but
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Where do I go from here?
Why am I suddenly invisible?
Smells like burnt flesh in here.
Goblins are small enough to be thrown at one archer. Yeah, that would work, wouldn't it? So, I don't believe that this is normal. That I am invisible.
That took the edge off.
What's hiding here?
How does anybody, like, actually play this game without going totally insane? Absolute Warboard. Uncommon Shield. If the wielder bears the Absolute's brand, they gain a +1 bonus to saving throws. And you have hit... Well, I don't know that any of us actually have the brand, so I don't know that that's any good to us. Yeah, you've got to be on a lot of something to be able to put up with the jank in this game. For a AAA title, I'm just blown away. Like, I shouldn't be. It's a Larian Studios game, but... Absolute Talisman Aid. I don't really want that. Mind Flayer Parasite Specimen. And a Rancid Note. What's on the note? The Slobberchops Druid who was nosing around ain't just some tomb-robbing adventure type. Calls himself Halson, ugly name for an ugly bastard. I have a little word or two with him before the lashes put his hairy ass in the pens. Said he thinks there's something rotten inside us, inside me. Reckons he can help get rid of the rot. I told him we don't need any help from anybody, never did, and especially not now the Absolute's taken a shine to us. I says there'll be something rotten inside him soon enough. There's a lot of rancid meat down in the pens, and when we cut him open, I'm sure I'll make sure he stays alive enough for the maggots to make a nest of him. Alright, so that is interesting. Let's loot the rest of the bodies. Quick save. Let's see if quick loading fixes this. Not that this is a quick load. I've been playing Baldur's Gate 1 at the moment, and the speed of the quick save and the quick load there is just like that. It's insane how slow this is. And I do not have like a slow machine. I've got a pretty good gaming rig set up here. I mean, it's a couple of years old now, but it is still a pretty good rig, and yet I have to put up with this jank.
Anything of use?
Oh boy. Seriously. Just... how do I put up with this? don't want some leather armor, smoke powder barrel. I mean, I could blow that door down if I needed to. I really, like, just want to go and rescue Halsin, which is... Well, last time it was that way somewhere, but... Search for Halsin in the Druid camp. That's back outside. In the Goblin camp, I mean. We know he's in here. Hang on. I wanted to chuck all of this stuff back in the camp. What's up here? Okay, some spiders down there.
Well, so much for peace.
Never a dull moment.
Do the same for you, because you weren't in a good spot to shoot.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Not enough movement. So annoying. That's alright. Let's...
Best be on my way.
Get up there.
Well, so much for peace. Breathe deep and move.
What the hell? Excuse me? How did you just shoot through a stone wall? This is what happened yesterday. It looked like I could take cover behind a door, so I did. My opponents were able to shoot me from the other side of the door, through the door. I wasn't able to do the same to them. And then I moved further into the corner, and suddenly the light from the wall on the other side of the wall shone through the wall and illuminated me, and I was no longer hidden.
Have to keep going.
So, this will be interesting. I'm here. I cannot shoot this guy because there's no line of sight. I want to see him shoot me through the wall.
No choice
I don't want to see him do it, but I can see it happening. Can you jump to, like, over there? Great. And then outside of normal range, I don't think so. I don't know why I had disadvantage there, except the fact that he's half hidden behind a door, but I don't get that sort of advantage.
Another fight. Let's go.
Okay.
Survival is all that matters.
And I don't suppose you can take a shot at this guy. Excuse me, that's what I wanted. Target is too far. We are going to have a lot of guys coming through this door any second now, so... we'll be right. Oh, if he's that close that I can shoot him like that, then he's that close that I can attack him. So let's attack.
Blood comes easy these days.
Same with you.
Nothing will stand in my way. You picked the wrong fight, friend.
Divine Smite, thank you. What? That didn't kill him? Ow, he had a fair bit of health.
Another fight. Let's go.
Hang on. Why does the combat log keep disappearing? Ah, that's good. I like seeing that. So it did re-roll. Oh, very nice. So that is a really, really good option to take for... That Savage Attacker is a really good option to take for a Paladin, because it works with Divine Smite. So any damage I create gets re-rolled. It would also work really well with a Rogue, I would think, if it works with Sneak Attack. I'd have to test that, of course, but it certainly seems like it would be useful. You've got 14 hit points left. That's a lot, really, if I'm going to be honest. You don't have much at all, so let's
again.
See if we can keep you out of the fight. The hell was that? All right. I got 4 characters all. I can choose the order that we do things in. Who's got the best chance of actually killing this guy? Hang on. Healing Radiance. That's a bonus action. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's do that right now. And then you can attack. Wonderful. And then...
Survival is all that matters.
Heartstopper didn't work, but that's all right. We did do a little bit of damage.
Time to push my luck again.
luck again.
Oh man, critical miss. It is not my day today.
Time to
Fine.
push my luck again.
Now, couple of options here. I can go up and heal Athos, or I can use Sanctuary on him. Or this guy only has 4 hit points left. So... And of course we only do 2. Yeah, I know we can shove him in. I don't know. It just seems weird, that whole shove mechanic. Until it's used against me. And I'm dead. Problem is, I've pretty much got to jump down to take on those spiders.
With haste. Nothing important is ever easy. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Stay at my feet.
Oh, now we have a thing called magic pockets. Alright, is that what allowed me yesterday to transfer things halfway across the map? Okay, I have to use a scroll of Revivify.
Light of my feet. Still on my feet. Need to find a way forward.
Where do I go from here? Can't slow down.
Can't even catch my breath. One day, I'll catch a break.
Best be on my way.
Very well. Another fight. Let's go. Breathe deep and move.
this over with. Don't waste a step.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Never a dull moment. With haste.
Mind Flayer.
On my way.
How many more reinforcements can you add to this? Like, this is... You know, what was that damage? Oh, that was still burning damage. Right. So, I mean... I don't know. I'm at a loss for how Larian Studios can think all of this design of... Everything is fair.
Can't even catch my breath. What path lies before me?
I mean, I know there's this idea that, you know, they're getting you to think tactically about what you're doing, and I'm certainly trying to do that. But the fact of the matter is, this is just insane. That there are this many enemies, and like there's that thing down there that is just calling in more and more. And sure, you know, you're not supposed to fight all these guys. Well, why not? They're bloody goblins, for crying out loud. I don't make deal with goblins. I'm not one of those better the devil you know kind of guys. It's like, that doesn't fly with me.
Come on, can't stay idle.
Did we kill this guy that was here? No, he's hiding around there. Right.
Can't slow down.
Can I shoot you from there? I can.
You've made a grave mistake.
And the big problem here is going to be, I finish off all of the bad guys up here, and then suddenly combat ends, and... Oh, well, no, actually, Athos isn't going to wake up because he's dead. But I'm going to have to drop down in amongst those spiders just to be able to even resurrect him. This is not going to be fun. I need to come up this ladder to try and kill you. Can I? I can attack you up here. Good. That's one less annoyance that I have to worry about up here.
So much for peace.
No. Get your weapon out and teach this guy a lesson. Wonderful. So what have we got left? We've got just that one guy that's all the way down there that's been sitting there and not doing anything for the last 5 or 6 rounds of combat. Is there a way to get down to the spiders? Ah, that's the way to get down to the spiders without jumping. The problem there is do I get stuck in the web? I feel like I'm going to have to try it.
One day I'll catch a break. Can't even catch my breath.
Best be on my way.
All right. Like, oh, he's finally going to move. Is he? Is he? He used his dash and then did nothing. Look. I think this is going to be my last stream of Baldur's Gate 3. Because this is not a AAA title. I mean, sure, it is, because the graphics and everything does look
These boots
really
have seen
good.
everything.
Right? But I mean, come on. It's just like... And I've said it before, but I don't understand. This...
On my way.
This is the Divinity Original Sin engine.
No choice but to keep going.
They've made 2 games already with this engine. And they've still got these sorts of bugs in it. Not that I'm that complaining, because it's one less guy that's annoying me right now.
Time to press ahead.
But I mean, seriously. Now that I'm extremely ticked off about. What the hell was that? This made it look like I could climb down the web. And my character made no effort to climb down the web. Instead, they basically jumped and fell and got injured. What the goddamn hell is that all about? Yeah, okay. I gotta start thinking what game I'm gonna play on stream next, because...
Nothing will stand in my way.
This is not a AAA title.
Have to keep going.
What the hell? How the hell can he throw a stone that far? He threw 2 stones that distance. There's no way. There is no frickin' way that you could do that.
Another step forward.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Light on my feet.
Excuse me, why are you not attacking the giant spider? What the hell did I just attack? Nothing.
One day I'll catch a break.
Oh. I don't get it. Finally, something actually worked like the game is supposed to work. Oh, and we got the more reinforcements finally. It doesn't just kill the immersion, Drackle, it kills the enjoyment. I am just sick and tired of not being able to enjoy my playthrough because the engine is just so ridiculously broken. And I had enough problems with the engine, like, in pre-release when I played it. And they didn't fix it, it's still broken.
Have to keep going.
Am I sparing Mintara? I I only vaguely know who Mintara is. But
comes easy these days. Don't waste a step.
Probably not. I don't know. Depends what the it depends on what the choices in combat are. I mean, the choices in conversation are. Okay, he's dead. So if I come over here,
to cure health.
I need to hold on.
can I? No, I can't. I will drink it instead. I mean, this may... Is that her there, is it? Oh, it is too. Yeah. Well, no, probably not. She's attacking me, so she's got to die. You don't have... Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Well, that's annoying. I was hoping that I would have that, one that makes them forget about you so that they will not attack you. Because Brenna is now pretty vulnerable right there. I'm going to have to move these guys and get them around there so that they can attack because they're just sitting ducks there at the moment. So... Yeah, I know she's recruitable, but I don't recruit evil people into my party. And anyone who attacks me, they're going down. That's the other thing I hate about these games. I've mentioned it before on all of my streams and videos and stuff. Why do I have to have so many bloody evil characters in my party? Give me a game where all of my companions are good. I'm sick of this garbage where everyone wants you to play as evil. All the bodies just floating up there. How the hell do I get out of here?
Another step forward.
I'm gonna see if I can climb up this rather than down it. I'm starting to have my doubts. And that is a ridiculous mechanic. Yes. Necromancy everywhere. And evil characters everywhere. And the romancing stuff. I don't want to romance my characters. You know? I just want to play a story. Why do I have to bloody want to bone every single one of my characters? No, thank you. They're not borderline evil. They are just full on 100% We're not cutting any bones about it. The only characters, the only two, this is the ridiculous, well, not ridiculous. Karlach is good, and that is fine. The only other good aligned NPC in this game is Will. And I'm like, what? He is enthralled to a devil. He's a warlock. And I know I've done this before where I've played in Neverwinter Nights 2, I've played a warlock. But since D&D 4th edition came out and they started to go a little bit more into... No, Gale is not. Gale is neutral. Gale is... If you go and have a look on the Faerun wiki... Sorry, not the Fae... Yeah, the Forgotten Realms wiki, there's a write-up of all of these characters. There's nothing in the game that says what alignment the characters are. Right? There is no alignment in this game, which was sort of a good thing from their point of... From Larian's point of view, but it's also a major break from the game, from D&D, right? But they decided not to put it in, probably because they didn't want you to be sure. They didn't want you to be 100% sure whether these characters were good or evil, right? Because if it says they're evil on the tin, then you might say, well, I'm not going to have anything to do with them because they're evil, right? But if you go and look on the Forgotten Realms wiki, there is an article on every one of these companions with their alignment. Karlach is chaotic good. Will is, I think, neutral good. Then you've got... Actually, Karlach might even be lawful good. No, I'm thinking from Baldur's Gate 1, sorry. Gale is true neutral, because all he cares about is magic. Right? He doesn't care whether you're good, you're bad, you're lawful, you're chaotic. He doesn't care. Magic is everything to him. He's true neutral. Lizelle is lawful evil. Astarion is chaotic neutral. I don't think Astarion's actually evil. I think he's chaotic neutral, if I remember rightly. And who else am I missing? Well, they're the main ones I can think of. Yeah. Actually, no, Astarion might be chaotic evil, now that I think about it. But yeah, it's... I'm just sick and tired of having... That's why I build my own party, because I'm sick and tired of having to be forced that the only companions that I have are evil. I want people in my party who want to help me because they want to do the right thing, not because there's, no other choice or, what have you. And look, I know in other versions of the games, they were starting to try and give you, like in Neverwinter Nights 2, for example, you had a lawful... No, you had a chaotic evil ranger who could join your party in about chapter 3 or 4 or something, a fair way into the game. And it was like the only reason he was evil was because he was just selfish. He wasn't a bad person. And it's like, I'm sorry, selfishness, yes, it is evil, but it's a pretty minor and petty sort of evil. It's not, I want to
with haste
kill everybody, destroy everything, blah blah blah. I can't climb up that, so that's not the way out. I'm going to have to come out through here and maybe go up somewhere. Yeah. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all the evil. I'm sick of every game wanting you to romance your characters. No, thank you. Not interested in that at all. I don't even have too much of a problem. I mean, look, I understand Astarion isn't exactly, like, I kicked him out of my party just now, but sure, Astarion is a victim as well, right? He was turned into a vampire by his master, and he was treated like crap for a couple of 100 years. And all of that. I understand that, but he's still a vampire, and I like to be rather black and white with these sorts of things. he claims that all he ever wants to do is drink the blood of animals, and then he says kobolds, and it's like, well, kobolds aren't really animals. They are evil, and I don't have as much of a problem with you drinking their blood, but you're still a vampire. You still feed on other life forms, on their life essence. You don't, you know, I don't know. It's, yeah. I am just amazed that these stones that these guys are throwing at me are actually doing... Oh, and I can't even get through that gate because it's bloody locked.
Light on my feet.
I am just amazed that these stones these guys are throwing at me are actually doing as much damage as they are. Why can't I can dash? It's right there. I couldn't see it. And it's... Oh, we do have a key. Great. Maybe next turn I can unlock it. Yeah, he said that in the thing just before. He was forced by his master to drink rat blood and stuff like that. But he's still a vampire. You don't know. He may have fed on other things. Like, the only time I'm going to be
at the ready.
Lenient on a vampire is if they're like, you know, I want to find a cure for this. Help me find... Like, if the first thing out of his mouth was, I'm a vampire, I need blood to survive, I only drink the blood of animals, and I need to find a cure for this as well as for the thing in my head, great. I'd have him in my party in a minute. You know, but there is no desire for redemption there. So why should I be, Jesus Christ, look at the health on all of these guys. Good, we broke the hold. That's one of the important things.
Survival is all that matters.
Yeah. You need to dash. Well, how far can you get with a dash? Not very far because you're...
These boots have seen everything.
A shorty. Oh, I thought that was saying open, locked, and so-and-so had the key. Examine. It's resistant to piercing. Bludgeoning. All right. It's vulnerable to acid. Well, the first thing that he fed on was the ball, right, that you find. And then, yeah, he tries to feed on you. He has no self-control. No. No. None at all. There we go. Now we can get out of here and potentially help rescue our companions. God, this fight has gone on forever. How much longer is it going to be before they warp in some more enemies to fight us? This is just insane. The fact that I've survived this long is actually pretty impressive, I will say. And then we miss. And your health is really low. What can we do about that? You probably can drink a healing potion, so let's drink that. Not that it's going to help for very long.
I won't give in.
But hopefully your companion will be there to help in a little bit. Alright, let's dash. Yeah,
on my way.
Get up there. You two. Yeah, I think I want you to come around this way.
On my way.
There we go. This feels like the longest fight in history.
Where do I go from here?
I should have healed again.
I have just the thing.
There we go.
Best be on my way.
Actually, give me one of those, please. Oh, look, you could argue that everybody could be good if they had different circumstances. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, well, it's the whole Dritz de Erden thing, isn't it? You know? Sure, there are good Githyanki as well as evil Githyanki. Shadowheart, I don't know. As I said before, I don't know the full story behind Shadowheart. I had some ideas, and I haven't looked it up, and I don't want anyone to spoil it. But as I said in the stream yesterday, my idea, without looking too far ahead, is that I had this feeling that maybe she was originally a priestess of Saloon, who, for whatever reason, left and went to worship Shah instead. I don't know if that's the case, or I don't know, maybe it's just that if you get her, if you do the missions right, she might end up leaving Shah and going to Saloon. But the whole thing in the Owlbear Cave, where she can help you with that whole little Saloon and the chest and everything, that sort of led me to think that, you know, just maybe, why could I not? I've only got it set to do Divine Smites on critical. Why not on? Oh, why did it not show me all three there? God damn it! I really would have liked to been able to take Divine Smite on that. You need more health. Drink a potion. Not the best, but it'll help a little bit.
Let's go.
Do you have? No. I want that turned on. So I've got the option when I do make a hit to turn it into a Divine Smite and char a fool just like that. Much better.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Close at hand.
Are you set correctly? You are. Good. I'll just don't have any spells left to be able to do that.
These boots have seen everything.
Well, I mean, I know what you're saying about the Elder Scrolls 6. You could almost say that over the years, the Elder Scrolls has gone from more of a true RPG to an action-adventure game, because Skyrim is much more of an action-adventure game than a true RPG. Although, it's not like the Elder Scroll games, I think except maybe for the first one, have never really been party-based. It's always just been you and maybe a companion type of thing. And party-based is sort of what most RPGs are known for, so you can sort of say that maybe they weren't always, but they were. But as the years have gone by, if you compare, like in Morrowind, for example, when you swung at an enemy in Morrowind, it rolled a dice in the background to see if you actually hit. The same with whether you shot at them or cast a spell or whatever. It wasn't until Oblivion came out that the game said, well, if you're swinging and the enemy is in front of you, then you are going to hit. So that was a switch from Morrowind to Oblivion. That was a switch from the randomness of a role-playing game to the hit scan type of an action-adventure game. So that sort of already happened. But yeah, I hope it doesn't go any further down the line. Skyrim is a pretty good game, and I think it's got a pretty good handle on what it needs to be. If they just took Skyrim and tweaked a few little minor things, like maybe add in a few more spells, don't make bows quite so crappy, and just do a little refinements here and there, yeah, they could end up with a really good game in the Elder Scrolls 6. What it's eventually going to be, I really don't know. The problem is, I don't think I can really... Oh, I can get into position there. Let's do that. Let's dash. And let's get right up on it.
Time to press ahead.
Just to make sure that you're threatened. A little bit, thank you. End that turn. All right. Boom. Dead. We're not done though, because we've got to kill that thing. It's only got 5 hit points, so
With haste.
It might not be too bad, but the problem is going to be, will it end up being able to...
Everything, despite everything.
To call in another...
Very well.
Couple of enemies before we end up killing it.
What now? What path lies before me?
My concern is getting too close to this thing. It might have other defenses.
Still breathing, despite everything.
What? I can't move between these two guys.
Another step forward.
Can I move to there? And then what about... Come on, game.
On my way.
Check for the grease.
Still on my feet. Light on my feet.
Well, so much for peace. I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Alright.
One day I'll catch a break.
Careful around the grease. And here's another thing, that grease should have been gone by now. A standard grease spell, I don't think it would have lasted that long.
Need to find a way forward.
Take a shot.
What now? What path lies before me?
And you can take a shot as well. So why not? Oh, he's got a fair bit of health to him.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Dead.
Not anymore, though. All right. Oh my... That... I don't know how long that took, but that took a ridiculous amount of time. And frankly, even though I would love to loot all these bodies, I feel like my best option right now is to camp. But I'm also concerned, where the hell is Halsin? Could come over there and rescue Volo. He might be able to tell us. Yeah, we gotta go and camp because we are in a bad way. I have played the early access of Celeste, Crown of the Magister, and I've been thinking about going back to it. I was talking about it earlier.
Shoots through your fingers. Your hands shake as they reach upward. Your forehead remains drenched no matter how much you wipe.
I'm sure this is due to the fact that I almost died before.
Chukil Gate Vlakith Mazathok. Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost. I will be quick with my blade. First you, then the others, then myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense
1 minute,
a touch
Dracul.
of uncertainty, a touch of disgust.
Okay. Yes, I have played Celeste, Crown of the Magister. Love it to a degree. I was talking about this earlier. They don't need Linux support. We can run, with Proton, we can run most Windows games. This is a Windows game and I'm able to run it. So yes, I have played it. I played the early access of it, the first chapter or whatever it was. Generally, I liked it. The story was good. The implementation was spot on. What I didn't enjoy, and I don't think I really mentioned it at the time, they didn't have official permission from Wizards of the Coast or Hasbro to build a D&D based game. So the core D&D rules, the core 5th edition rules, are open source, DRM free, whatever you want to call them, right? Anybody can build anything on the core rules. But there are, and like you can go and, they're on a website, you can go and have a look at them and you can download a PDF with the core rules on it. You can do whatever you want with it. But if you want the more advanced stuff, and that includes things like the different subclasses of all of the classes. So I think the core rules provide you with one class, with a class and one of its subclasses, right? And if you want any other subclasses, you have to go and pay to buy a rule book to get all that information. So the guys who made Celeste, they didn't have any of that permission to do any of that. So they just built their own subclasses, right? And I just didn't like them. Like, they tried their best, but they were all pretty, they all seemed pretty bland to me, all of the subclasses. There was nothing that really stood out and said, oh, I really want to play this subclass of this race or this subclass of that race, you know? And if there was an option that you didn't have to pick a subclass, you could just stay with your base race and just your base class and just go through that. That would have been fine, but there is no option to do that. You have to pick a subclass. And I've actually played through, I did a playthrough as a party of 4 rangers, and I did another one with a party of 4 rogues. And I think I did one with a party of 4 wizards as well, through the early access stuff. So I've played that one quite a bit. And as I said, in general, I enjoy the game. I'm just not overly thrilled by the subclasses that you get to choose. I do plan on having another look at it soon, because it might be the next thing that I'm playing, because I'm not enjoying this, and I'm getting really tired of just spending my entire time complaining while I'm playing, rather than saying, yes, we did well, and I'm sitting here complaining about, you know, the fact that that last fight just went on and on and on forever, and, you know, all this sort of stuff. Like right now, this interaction right here, I've said it before, I don't like the construction of the plot in this game, because you start the game, you've got a tadpole in your brain, and you're told that you've got 7 days before you're going to turn into an Ithalid, a mind flayer. And then you start getting hints that things aren't so bad, right? So when you first meet Gale, for example, he tells you, we've got to, you know, you first meet Lizelle. She says, we've got to get this thing out of us. You first meet Gale. He says, I know all about this stuff. You've got to get this thing out. We've got to get these things out of us. And then in camp, you go and talk to Gale again, and he starts giving you the rundown of everything that's going to happen over the 7 days as you gradually change. And it's like, okay, this is sounding terrible. And so you're sitting there going, I really shouldn't rest, right? The game is encouraging you to not rest, but there's actually nothing wrong with it. And in fact, so that's making the game is encouraging you to make things harder on yourself than you need to. You know, like the first times when this came out in early access, when I first played this, I was doing everything to try and make sure that I didn't rest. Because that's what it seemed like the game was. That's what it was saying. You shouldn't rest. And yet there's actually nothing wrong with it. And even, you know, we started to get hints at one of the rests just recently where, so I can't remember who it was, but someone was saying about the fact that, you know, it doesn't look like things are happening to us the way they should. I think even Gale was partly saying that when he was reading out all of the things that should be happening to us. He's saying, you know, there's no evidence that any of this is happening, but this is what should be happening. And so you start to think, okay, maybe there's something different here, and we're not going to turn into a Ithalid. And then this happens. This is the first time I've had this interaction, and I don't know whether this was because my character essentially died and had to be revived, or whether this was just what was planned for the next rest, that this interaction was going to happen. But this is now Lizelle telling us that she can feel that there's something happening and we're starting to change again. And so it now suddenly, if I didn't know that, like I do know, right, that nothing does happen to you, that you do have the ability to control this tadpole, and that it's not going to turn you into an Ithalid in any time soon. There might be ways in the game that if you do play it wrong, it will turn you in, but I know, yeah, everybody you meet is trying to kill you because they think you're going to turn into... Everybody that you meet that knows that you have this in your head, even Raphael, the devil, he knows it's in your head and he wants it. Not because he wants to save you, even though that's what he says. He wants it because he wants the power that it's got. He just doesn't tell you that there's that it's different from what you think it is. He obviously knows that this thing is going to give me powers. It's not going to kill me, right? And that's what is going to happen if you don't know. I mean, I know that much about it because I've seen videos where they talk about the powers that you end up getting from these things and which ones are good and which ones are bad. But here's the thing. You just start to feel like you've rested 4 or 5 times. You just start to feel that maybe I'm not going to turn into a mind flayer. And then this happens. They throw this at you again. And suddenly you're like, oh shit, should I not be resting? Am I going to end up turning into a mind flayer in the morning if I rest? This pacing is just terrible. It doesn't make for an enjoyable story. I mean, I think it would I think they should have just gotten rid of that whole sub-arc of, I think you should have known fairly early on, maybe not straight away, wait a couple of days, but by now that this is probably the 4th or 5th time I've rested in this playthrough, by now, maybe the Mind Flayer or the Priestess of the Absolute or whatever, someone should have confirmed for me that I'm not going to change, and that, I mean, it's going to happen eventually, right? The game has to tell you this eventually, that you're not going to change, and that this isn't well, it is a bad thing, but it's not something that's going to kill you immediately, because I just think that information should come to you a lot sooner. Sure, it's a good pacing and plot point, but only for a couple of days. Don't make it go on, and then do this, where 1 minute you're finally starting to think as a person, not as a player, as a person. You find if I was coming into this cold and not knowing, I would have, at this point, I would have been starting to think, okay, maybe nothing's going to happen to me. I've rested 4 or 5 times. I don't have any side effects happening to me. We've already had a conversation with some of my companions, and some of them are starting to think that things aren't going bad. So maybe we're going to survive. We're going to get through this. Maybe there's something different about this tadpole. And then this. And it's like, what? Let me do the Ithalid Wisdom. And, yeah.
A shadow swims across your vision, and a familiar voice tells you to be calm. You are loved. Lae'zel's fear grips you. Not fear of death, but fear of insignificance. The great warrior Lae'zel, a failure to her kind. She will wield no silver sword, ride no red dragon. Forever unknown to the great Lich Queen Vlaakith.
Be strong, you'll survive this.
I will not let the Geich take me. I will earn Vlaakith's honor. I will wait. But know this. I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all.
Oh, now what? Oh, the first sign of our protector.
I came just in time. You are transforming.
What? Who are you?
Your salvation. And not for the first time. I saved you before.
All right.
And I'm here to save you again. Don't worry. You will not become a Mind Flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you.
So finally we know that we're being protected by something.
We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it.
Nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it. A fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your potential.
Who is we?
I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back. You'll feel better. I promise.
Consuming parasites. You can now absorb the psionic potential of Ithilid parasites to evolve Mind Flayer powers. Consume the first Ithilid parasite in your inventory to unlock the Ithilid powers menu. Future parasites will automatically appear there. Look out for sources of parasites in the world, including infected corpses. Oh boy. Like, this is hardly a good thing to be doing. Gale?
Already feeling better.
My apologies. Huh. Not quite myself just yet. I had the strangest dream last night. A visitor came to me. A vision of unparalleled beauty and power. She told me she was watching over me, protecting me, and that our tadpoles could prove beneficial if we embrace what powers they have to offer. An uncanny apparition. Not entirely sure what to make of it.
I had the same dream.
Very curious. In all my readings on the effects of illithid parasites, I've never come across any accounts of correlating dreams between infected parties. Another unique quality of our predicament, perhaps. Are you inclined to take these visitors at their word?
I'm not sure.
Nothing wrong with maintaining a healthy suspicion in such matters. Still, it might be wiser to keep an open mind on the matter. Our visitors' promises of aid might yet bear valuable fruit. That is most gratifying to hear. May I?
Ooh. Yeah, give him that one. I don't really want to give him any of those, but that's all I've got on me, so...
Thank you. It is a strange experience. Each time anew. Like a lost soul is spelunking through the darkness that is me, only to be sacrificed on the dread altar of the heart. Somehow the second artifact hasn't had the effect of the first. It's somewhat relieved the discomfort, but I fear my hunger hasn't quite... You do plenty for me, more than you realize. But this cannot be remedied. The magic isn't having the effect it should have. It's not like the last time, like a rainstorm that quells a forest fire. It merely drizzles. The embers still sizzle, the fire remains undefeated. I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. I need to retrace my steps to a glade of calm and think. Thank you for the artifact. A great deal of trouble.
Right. I don't know if I want to talk to everybody else, really, but... we were supposed to be looking at... Look at all that. Send all that to camp. Send all that to camp, so we're not carrying it all around. Where is the chest with all of my stuff in it? Is it out here, maybe? No. It is not. There we go, Traveler's Chest. Do a little bit of tidy up here. Right. Look at all of this. There it is.
This one is a true soul parasite. It can enhance you. You can absorb its potential. Open your mind to it. You already know how.
You're supposed to do this. I would love to not do this at all, but you're supposed to. So I guess I'm going to, but...
Your mind swells as it subsumes everything the tadpole has to offer. Everything it was and everything it was destined to be. Pure potential. Pure power.
Good. You have grown your power and improved your chances of survival.
Let's just sort all of this first. Now, what was I thinking? Oh, that's right. What was that? You got so much stuff to sell here. It's kind of insane. Yeah, I would have rather have given that to Gale, to be honest. I I don't think I'm wearing any gauntlets anymore, am I? No. So, do I have any in here? I don't think I do by the looks of it. No. Thanks, Dracul. Thanks for joining us. Have a great one. I might actually give that to Brynna Brightsong, so she's got that instead of the light crossbow. I just feel like the light crossbow is not doing enough damage for her. Speaking of which... There we go. And send that to camp. I thought I had... Yeah, I do have more of these arrows. Let's give some of these arrows to these guys, because they actually have bows. I don't. And then the question was, did I have any more arrows in here? Yes, I do. I've got some more scrolls. I really need to look at the scrolls that I've got in there and decide which ones I want to use. Okay, I knew there was somewhere here where we could do this. Evolve an area of your mind to embrace your potential. So, I have one tadpole available. Psionic Overload, not trained yet. I wonder why these are... Well, tough luck if I didn't want that. So what did I get? Psionic Overload. Your attack deals an additional 1d4 psychic damage, but you take 1d4 psychic damage every turn. Why would I want to use that? I didn't want to select that. That interface is really clunky. It wasn't clear why these were grayed out and these ones aren't. I give up. I really do. This game is just... It's beyond ridiculous. So what have I got in the way of spells here? I mean, I got some potions. I don't think this arsonist oil is really any good. I don't know what it really does. The description is just terrible. Coat your weapon in an oil that transforms the target's fire resistance to fire vulnerability. Targets that are immune to fire damage are unaffected. So if they have some level of fire resistance, but they're not completely immune, they become vulnerable to fire. Is, I think, what that's doing. But it... Look, the jankiness of this game is such that I don't trust that to do even what it seems like it might be saying it's going to do. So I'm going to get rid of that. Elixirs of fire resistance. I mean, sure. They work until long rest. They would be nice, but I'm not going to use them. Let's be honest. Poison resistance. No, I'm not. Unless it cures poison. It doesn't really cure poison, though. You can no longer be poisoned, but that doesn't mean you can't. It will cure the current poison that you have. Flying, I can see useful. Greater healing, yes. Speed, yes, if I remember to use the damn thing. Those arrows I'll give to the other guys that have already got them. Burning hands, yes. Color spray, yeah, but I'll keep it. Dark vision, no. Let's send that to camp. Protection from good or evil. Look, this would be great, except give me a list of everything that's counted as an aberration, a celestial, an elemental, a fae, a fiend, and an undead. Are elves fae? Are gnomes fae? I don't really think so. You know? And out of everything that I've encountered so far, I don't even think we've encountered any undead in this game yet, have we? Oh, yes, we have, down in the temple. That's right. A handful of skeletons. That's it. But we haven't come across anything that I think was an aberration, an elemental, a celestial, a fae, or a fiend. So, what's the point? I mean, if it worked on all evil or good, then you could just say, you know, but this game doesn't have good or evil alignments. So they had to change it to say, well, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead are what it's going to protect you from. So it feels useless to me at the moment. So I'm going to send it to camp. Ray of Enfeeblement. Well, no. Send to camp. Ray of Sickness. No. Well, I mean, it does do 2 to 8 poison damage and possibly poisons the target for 2 turns, but no. Scorching Ray, yes. Speak with the Dead. We do have the Amulet of Lost Voices, so we don't really need that. And I guess we'll keep the rest on us. Was there any other potions that I might want? That's wines, that's supplies. Basic poison, no. Drow poison, no. Oil of Accuracy. Coat your weapons to receive a +2 bonus to attack roll. For 10 turns? Why not? Mind reading, no. Simple toxin, no. Camp supplies, camp supplies. That's all of that. Everything else is, yeah. All right. Type. There we go. What do we have in there? We're keeping rope even though there's nothing we can possibly use it for. Oh, look, another Mind Flayer parasite. I guess we'll use that. I don't know if there's anything else I really wanted to keep out of all this stuff, just in case. I mean, Gale can potentially absorb that, so I might as well keep it. I think there's only like 3 or 4 items that you need to give him that. So, I mean, that should be everything. That should be 3 of the 4. I don't know why you can't absorb that one, but obviously it's not powerful enough. However, that gets decided. I mean, I could take a lot of this stuff that is technically food and try and put it in the food sack here, but I'm not too worried about it. What's in that pouch? Well, you know, I've got all of those. Might as well put them in there. Bottles, and the wyvern toxin. Yeah, okay. Who did I give? Okay, so you can have the rest of those. And you can have that. And because you don't have anything, you've only got 2, you can have that. You've got those 2. And that'll do. Let's... Where's the other parasite? I just took a parasite out, didn't I? Did it put it in here somewhere? I don't see it. It was right there. Didn't chuck it on the ground. It's not there. Did it? It already absorbed it. Alright. Ability drain. Stage fright. Concentrated blast. You must be concentrating on another spell. No, not going to use that. Force tunnel. Charging forward, pushing all objects and creatures in your path 4 meters away from you. Doesn't provoke attack of opportunity. I guess that's the next one that I want. I don't know why these are like that, whether I can't use them yet. That seems really good. I should have tried to click on that, to be honest. Alright, we did rest. Everyone's back to full health, but I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it here for this episode. Yeah. I don't know. I gotta think about where I'm going with this playthrough. This game just frustrates the living hell out of me. So, I don't know. At least a small amount of jank has disappeared because we're not trying to do stealth anymore, but all the other jank is still there. I hope everyone has enjoyed this playthrough. I haven't enjoyed it, to be honest. I wish I could just play it as a party of rogues. I wish everything just worked. I wish this wasn't a Larian Studios game. So, I don't know. Thank you for watching, though. Thank you for everyone who comments and likes and all of that sort of stuff. And I'll see you for the next one. Bye now.